Guten Tag, hier ist der Nachtanwalt, and welcome back to war number 10 of season 22, where we are taking on the Matrix. So first I'll scout my paths. I will start on path 6 on section 1, fighting Rogue on power focus 1 and power alternator, then the shared mini Mysterio, and then Sentinel on burden of might and EMP modification. And then I will go to part 3, fight Colossus and Warlock. And then I will also have 2 mini-boss fights, so 7 fights in this war. Also, a guy in my alliance called Marx also submitted some videos to me. So for the first time I will show someone else than Matthias. And Marx is a really good Quaker, and he will have some great showcase of Quake against the Domino and against the Korg on nodes 22 and 23. But starting off this war, I will fight Rogue on path 6. Like I said, she has power alternator and power focus 1, so nothing too special. Just go in with Corvus and a little 10% attack boost to get 1 charge. Yeah, like I said, nothing really special. Just be careful, she will shrug off debuffs faster, and if she got high limber mastery, it could be difficult to parry, but that's not the case in this fight. And yeah, don't have to do special combos or anything, just get her down. She's cooperating really well and just throwing her special one, and yeah, she's down. And now I got 1 charge, which is great for the Mysterio mini boss fight or shared fight from section 1. Just another 10% boost, which wasn't really necessary, but I always got these boosts in the overflow, and it's war, so yeah, you got a boost. Yeah, you see I do 10k mediums, yeah, nothing too special, just parry full 5-hit combo 3 times and he's down. But now, Marx will fight that Domino on node 22, which is power snack and backup recovery, and he will use Quake with the Black Widow synergy. So yeah, you haven't seen any Quake gameplay, I think, in any Alliance War videos of yet. I'm still getting better at Quake, the heavy dex method. I'm pretty good at Quake and parry, but yeah, I think that's nothing too special. But yeah, Quake, just an awesome champ. Probably the best champ in the game, the most versatile champ. Yeah, there you see backup recovery triggering, which meant she healed up pretty substantially, but because Marx is running suicides, his aftershocks are ticking for 6 to 8k. They're 7.9k, which is just crazy. And yeah, he's a great Quaker. He is usually our guy for node 22 and also node 23 if there's a Domino or a Korg, and it's great of him to submit those videos to me so I can show you some great Quake gameplay on these nodes, especially on the next one, cause there a really important synergy comes into play, and that's or not a synergy, a pre-fight ability by White Magneto. So White Magneto can place a pre-fight where hero champs such as Quake can trigger passive stuns instead of debuffs. And that's important because with Quake you don't hit the opponent, but Thing got his rock stacks in the beginning. And you can only remove those rock stacks by hitting him. And when he has those rock stacks, he can, or he has a chance to shrug off debuffs. But passive effects, such as those which you get by the White Magneto pre-fight ability, can't be shrugged off. And that's what you just saw there. So he will be able to parry Korg, which is very important. He is a great Quaker, so you just saw it in the fight before. He can quake and shake, so play Quake dex style, which is usually enough for Korg if you can do that really well. But because of stubborn, if you dex, he gets indestructible, which means you won't be doing any damage unless you take a hit on the block. But because he can stun them, it's not a problem to remove the indestructible. And there you see 1 minute into the fight and Korg's already down. Yeah, just a great showcase by Marx of how to play Quake on pretty difficult nodes. Yeah, just some great fights, and I hope you enjoyed them. So then I will fight again. I will fight that Sentinel on EMP, Modification, and Burden of Might. Last time I used Doom against the Dragon Man, but if there's anyone else and I fight him, except maybe Havoc, I will use Corvus and he will just rinse him down. You see, I don't need any special attack in any way. Corvus is just a beast. He has 2 charges, got suicides on and boosts, so a couple combos, and he's down. Did not even lose a little bit of health. So yeah, then I will go on to part 3 on section 2. Colossus is placed there in if the opposing alliance places with stubborn, in 99% of the cases it's Colossus who will be placed there, cause he's a Corvus trap. So if you crit, you will remove 1 armor buff, but it also deals 0 damage, and Corvus can't armor break him, so he will have big problems fighting him, because he won't be doing real damage. Also it's Chitten's Thorns, so he will take bleed damage as soon as his glaive charges are off. But yeah, I use Warlock, and there's not really much to say, just normal Warlock style, just rinse him down. Class advantage, yeah, and a couple combos, he's down. Nothing really to be careful about. And my next fight is gonna be against a Warlock on Explosive Personality, which is also not a difficult fight at all. Explosive Personality is something you gotta remember, but yeah, of course I can always armor break, so not a problem. And yeah, like you saw in videos of me before, I always have problems fighting Warlock, and I don't know why. There I got clipped and he did like 60% damage with 1 combo. But yeah, I managed to get him down anyway. So yeah, but now 2 further and last fights for me. First, I will have another chance to use my newly ranked up Doom to fight a Sorcerer Supreme on Power Focus 1 and Unblockable SB1, which is good placement. She has some good power gain herself, and also her SB1 is not the easiest to evade. I usually try to push her to an SB2, but yeah, nothing too special in this fight as well. Usually I see a Sorcerer Supreme or a Warlock on this node. But yeah, Doom is a tank and he's hitting so hard. I have no problem just to hold block and let her hit me on the block and do heavy, so I don't have to bait her SB1. There I did my SB2 because I could. I knew it would do a lot of damage, and because I wanted her to throw her SB2, which is really easy to evade. Also I get that slow debuff and I can heal through willpower. There I baited her SB2 again, and then I do my SB2. It also has Hurt Locker, but I knew the SB2 would kill her, so I won't take any damage. So yeah, everything's good. Nice, fast and easy fight. Moving on to the next. So for that fight I already used an invulnerability boost for the Sorcerer Supreme fight, so I can now have an invulnerability boost to fight Vision, because he will already start with his SB3, and I haven't done this fight before, so I wasn't scared, but I had respect, because yeah, it's just a weird thing if the opponent does an SB3, but I knew I could take 3 SB3s if I don't get hit. So there I took the first one, baited the heavy afterwards, so I didn't get hit. And then I wasn't sure what to do. I knew his SB2 would be unblockable, and if he gets Synthesis, he will be at his SB3, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Their Synthesis kicked in a pretty bad moment, because yeah, I could have been able to power drain him, and because of the power burn, even if I don't take damage through his SB3, I still take the power burn damage. But yeah, it's not too bad. I'm boosted, rank 3 Doom, a lot of health. Then I did my SB3. It will do a lot of damage. I can do the usual Doom rotation afterwards, do my SB1, get to my SB2, launch a big SB2, and then he should be dead, and if not, I can still tank another SB3. So there, did my SB2 Synthesis, SB1 Synthesis kicks in, but I do my SB2 before he can do his SB3, and he's down. So yeah, that was a good war for us. We won it against Matrix, and that means that we are on track back to get to Platinum 1. But yeah, that's it for the war. I hope you enjoyed this war video, and I will see you guys on my next one. Take care.